I was active duty for 14 years, deployed several times to Iraq and Afghanistan and other countries. We worked out of a tent with surgeons and nurses and technicians and special forces to take care of all of these injured soldiers, Marines, airmen, sailors that came in. The case that stood out when I was deployed is a story about an Army soldier named Sergeant First Class Alvin Cash. He was in a vehicle called a Briley vehicle, and it got hit by IED with several of his Army soldiers in it. He actually got out of the vehicle through the top, through the turret, with no injuries, and realized all of his other soldiers were back in it. So he went back in and pulled each one of his soldiers out. His other soldiers made it home alive, but he died on the way. And ultimately, he received a Medal of Honor by the president a few years ago for his actions. All of those other soldiers were burned, and we learned that night that we could do better. So within hours, we took what we learned from that mass casualty event and rewrote the entire burn protocols and practice for all of the DoD that night with our burn colleagues and surgeons. Within weeks and even months, we had changed global practices in burn care. If you have a real-world problem, you can use science to address it immediately. And that's what led me in this focus of military and combat casualty medicine and launching the Combat Center when I came here. For every military innovation, there's a mirror in civilian care. And that was our philosophy. Leveraging the urgency of those problems on the military side, the mirrored version of those on the civilian side. Brain health, burns, mental health, suicide, bleeding, critical care, emergency care. I think historically there was a concern of moving very slow, being very cautious, but patients are demanding this. Families are requesting this. Communities need this now. CU Innovations has helped us by helping us think how to move fast, how to take risks, how to think like a CEO would think when they're coming to a university. And what they have taught us is that you can move very fast if you think in more of an open space around bringing engineers and business folks and frontline providers into the equation. CU Innovations cuts through the silos that limit advancement. So it cuts through the silos of academia versus industry, clinician versus scientist, idea versus action. Bringing those together is what innovation does. It puts everyone on action. The work that we do and the work with innovation in particular, it's not so much focused on papers and patents, but it's more about people changing policy, changing practices. That's where our impact is. We measure ourselves and how many lives we have improved and saved. In the Combat Center, with our collaborative team and with CU Innovations, we've launched several trials. Projects like Aurora in pre-hospital oxygenation, Arrow, which does work with Ukraine and our colleagues there with clinical trials. Save O2, or Save Oxygen, which is a research trial looking at 15 centers across the country and reducing oxygen in the ICU. And Effect, which is a trial looking at powdered blood products to reduce death and trauma. What is powerful about HIE Impact and CU Innovations, it's that it is sharing with the entire campus knowledge of how to innovate, how to take my science and actually impact lives quickly, bringing in industry partners and private investment to move it faster. The clinicians and researchers who join the HIE Impact program don't wear suits, but they wear scrubs, they wear lab coats, they may wear military uniforms, but yet they can still change policy and practice for the world. And that's the type of folks we're looking to engage in the HIE Impact program in our department and across the campus.